Welcome to the final video for the NFC East. We're talking about the last place, 3-13, Washington Redskins.
The Redskins.
Not a whole lot of starters are hitting free agency, except for almost the entire offensive line.
Yeah, they got 5 starters heading free agency.
2 guards and their right tackle,
a linebacker and a defensive back.
And of course, Josh Norman, they cut bait with him already.
Yeah, he was already cut, so yeah, technically just 4.
Yeah, so you definitely want to sign back Brandon Scherf.
I really like him.
There's going to be a market for him.
Yeah, they would be stupid to let him go, especially they've got $52 million in cap space.
No, I don't know if that's reflecting Norman being cut.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if it is or not, because Norman's on the book for $15 million, but it says the cap is 52.8, so hell, they might have 60-some million.
And Donald Penn, I mean, he's 37 years old. I don't think he's not coming back. I mean, hell, he might retire.
Right. So really, you got to sign your 2 guards back, and then your linebacker Bostic. You get that taken care of, then that's pretty much your starters. Then you're just looking into free agency.
Now they do have a lot of free agents. I mean, running back wise, we just heard today that they're bringing back AP.
Yep. Adrian Peterson's coming back
on his option or whatever, and they have no depth at quarterback. I mean, you got Haskins,
Woodrum,
and Haskins was kind of
iffy.
I don't know, man. Was he just thrown in a bad situation?
Right. Redskins are
they did keep going back and forth.
That's I think the biggest thing. You got to stick with one quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta go ahead.
No, say don't get me wrong. You know, he had his bad seasons, but I like Haskins. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being a Dallas fan, you're not supposed to really. I don't really like the other teams, but I do like some players. I like Daniel Jones, and I like Haskins. I think that he's gonna. I think he's definitely got a future there, but they got to utilize this cap. They got 7 draft picks. They got to put some players around him, and surround him with talent. I think Haskins would be all right.
I think the other thing they got to get rid of Williams.
Trent Williams.
You got to move him, trade him. They haven't been really fair to him.
Like we're talking about, the smartest thing for them would have been to trade him last year. There was a lot of teams that wanted him, and they were like, "Nah, we're not going to trade him." But it's like you're not playing him, so what does it matter?
Right.
And they could have probably got at least they had no second round pick.
No.
Probably could have got a second round pick out of them.
I'll never understand why teams like that, when somebody doesn't want to play for you, why don't you get something out of them? Because they're going to walk away, and you're going to get nothing out of it. So what's the point to keep them? I just don't see. I don't think there is.
Is that the second pick in the draft?
Yeah,
they have their second. Okay. They have no second round pick. So
they have no second round pick, but they have the second pick in the draft.
Here's the thing too. Need wise, they got receiver, corner, O-line, tight end, and the weird thing is a lot of people have projected to take Chase Young. And that's not even a need.
Well, look at all all these guys are backups. They've got a lot of defensive ends that are free agents, but
Brantley, Odom, Hester, Orchard. Who are they?
Yeah,
they're not big names.
I mean, this is we kind of talked about it, throughout all these NFC videos. If I'm them and I'm at 2, I'd trade it.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to want to trade up.
Somebody wants that quarterback.
You've got Haskins. I kind of said the same thing with the Giants. They got Jones.
They
got Haskins. They got their guy. I mean, unless you're going to take... Would you want to take a receiver that high? A key impact player? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Not a receiver. I don't think there's a receiver worth taking at number 2.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And
unless they're looking best guy available, I'd take Chase Young. But here's the thing, though. They got that second pick. Say you trade down to 5.
15th or...
Say you even trade down to 5 with the Dolphins, Young might still be there. You might get another...
And then you could pick up a second round pick, which you don't have right now.
Then you need a receiver. The receiver class is pretty deep.
Yeah.
I mean, corner, there's a decent amount of corners. O-line, tight end, you get something else.
Tight end, I don't think there's a tight end projected to go in the entire first round. It's not a good year for tight ends.
Right, I agree with that. It's...
And O-line, there's a lot of offensive linemen throughout the first round that I've seen.
But do you take one at number 2? Or, like Jordan's kind of saying is, you trade down, even if trade down to 15, if you can get somebody to go in on, giving you the 15th and then giving you a second round because they don't have a second round, so you'll get 2 picks for that number 2 just because somebody wants
something with that. Like, say if Miami says we'll give you the 5th and we'll give you the 20. Well, they got
something 20, in the second round or whatever,
or they're getting their later 20, first round pick. You got 2 first round picks.
Yeah,
Young might be there if they decide they want to take that defensive end.
Right.
I've always thought, and I know people disagree, but everybody's always like, take the best player available. Doesn't matter what the position is. But to me, if you have a running back and the best player is a running back, I'm not taking a running back.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather.
I would trade if somebody wants that.
Right.
I think I would draft for need more than I would draft. Well, he's the best player. I got to take him. Why would you take? I mean,
your needs are like I said, wide receiver, defensive back, O-line, tight end,
and all those are throughout the draft.
Right. I mean, trade back. Yeah. So then you get a second round pick. You get a later first round pick.
Yeah.
You can pick up your O-line in the first round at 15, 18, whoever trades with you, and then you can pick up your tight end in the second round.
Well,
I agree with you.
Well, it's kind of,
draft for need, not best player.
Well, it's kind of like what you guys did. Dallas, they took lineman. They took then Zeke, and then took Dak.
Yeah.
You had your whole line set before you got your running back and your quarterback. They got lucky with.
And they're going to need they need a tackle. I mean, both your starting tackles are going to be. I mean, Trent Williams isn't.
I mean, the biggest, like we're kind of saying, I mean, obviously if I'd give Haskins the whole year, see what he does the whole year.
See what he does with Ron Rivera.
I would sign Brandon back. I would get line help. You got to get an offense built around him.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know either if Ron Rivera is going to be sold on Haskins. I mean, he didn't draft Haskins.
Right, we don't know.
He could bring in
Newton.
He could bring in Andy Dalton. He could bring in, and maybe they draft another quarterback. I mean, we don't know. I mean, if it's not your guy, I mean, they could like Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts, maybe that, and they'll be like, oh, we'll trade Haskins.
Here's a question.
We don't know.
Say draft-wise, Burrow goes number 1, or what if they shock the world and go with Tua?
No, it's possible.
It is possible. He would be sitting there at number 2.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
You got Haskins that Tua could sit behind.
Right.
Yeah, that's a weird situation.
That would be weird, but it could be a battle. It could be a quarterback battle. You got Tua sitting behind Haskins. That's going to make Haskins have to throw dimes in practice to keep his starting spot.
This is my thing. I know a lot of these teams, they'll throw smoke screens out there.
Mm-hmm.
If it's me, I'd say something that it might look bad to Haskins. Say you're interested in maybe Tua or Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Get those teams calling you saying, hey, we want that second pick. Get something else in return. That's what I
agree. I agree.
I mean, they got no second round. Get 2 4s and 2 7s. Yeah. That's enough to trade back into the first round.
No, I agree with you there. But all in all, I think they are sitting in a pretty good spot.
I think Rivera will get them on the right track.
I think he'll get them on the right track, but I still think they're going to be last in this division.
Yeah.
I mean, are they going to be 3-13? They might win 5 games.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I could see, 5 and 12.
Yep.
5 and 12.
Yeah, we kind of did that with all other teams. We kind of got Dallas and the Eagles running division again.
If they
I got the Giants in 3, and I got them.
If they hadn't made that coaching change and got Rivera, I think they'd probably still be really
3-13, 4-12.
But
I think he's going to build it up, and I think
so
within a few
as well.
years,
he built Carolina up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they got he had some star people he drafted. Kuechly, Newton.
Yeah.
But I'll kind of get on board with what you're saying. 5-11.
Yeah, 5-11.
Maybe 6-10. And I said it with the Giants as well. 2 to 3 years. If everything lines up, the process lines up, give them 2 to 3 years, man.
Yeah.
I love my Cowboys, but I really see this. I really see the NFC East becoming a really challenging competitive division, man.
Kind of like one of them, I guess, the AFC North with Baltimore, Bengals, and Steelers. Those 3 are always, seems like they're battling it out.
Yeah.
But that's what we have, guys, for this.
Alrighty. Until next time.
See you later. Uh-oh.
Hey, he's in our video.
Carter, what are you doing? He's hiding.
But until next time, guys, 3-man power trip.
3.
See you later.
Say bye, Carter.
Say bye.
Bye.
Pick up.